Well, hi, fellow old farts. Hi, it's Bob. I have to tell you, I've got a new little cartoony persona that I am so impressed with AI lately. I have to tell you, this my new cartoon character has joined me. I was inspired by my guest. He changed his. I don't know. I think it was about a week or so ago that he changed his persona online, and I, uh, I brought him in, and he came in with a cartoon, and I was like, "Hey, wait a minute, that looks pretty good. That looks like you." And
Yeah,
there he is.
unfortunately, I can see more of my faults in my character. So, be careful what you ask for. Hey, Bob, how's everything?
Oh, hi, Tom. Tom's
Doing
been
well, Bob.
Tom is now has been for what? It's now 3 years, 4 years.
4 years. 4 years this past November 30th. Yeah.
November 30th. Okay, 4 years.
Yeah.
My neighbor.
Yeah.
I welcomed him to Nevada here a little bit after he arrived here.
Yep.
We've been connected through a variety of other connections in the drone community here, and I was just flabbergasted that I got to connect here, and we've done a few years here of organizing drone meetups here in Las Vegas, and enjoying flying drones together here in Las Vegas, and meeting some incredibly great quality people that have joined together with us to create our Vegas Drone Meetup, and just to be kind of the we're finding a group of great leaders in the drone industry in Las Vegas here to associate with, So I had
Very
a chance
fortunate.
to talk.
Very fortunate.
Yep. I've been talking and communicating with Isaiah today. At our anniversary dinner that happened this past weekend, we had three couples that are groups of people that were at our wedding that came that were friends of ours long before our wedding, and we have remained friends. And so we got together with those couples, those groups of people, this weekend and had a dinner out, and they all came to we got a 1970, maybe 80s deluxe suite at the Golden Nugget from the time that Frank Sinatra was singing at the Golden Nugget in Las Vegas. I mean, a circular staircase. One of my
Within
friends,
your suite. Within your suite. Yeah. It's
it's just it's just a spectacular, kind of fun time being an oldie in Las Vegas here, and it was anyway. But my friend's great nephew is in the great nephew. My friend's this would be his great grandson, is in the cadet program for Las Vegas Fire and Rescue.
Oh,
And
that's great.
his station that he's a cadet at is Isaiah's station.
Oh, he's at 47, huh? Okay.
He's at 47. And I mean, I've known his great grandfather for 54 years, you know.
47 for how long now?
Huh?
How long has he been at station 47?
I don't know. I just heard the details.
I'm wondering if it's the young kid I met when I went to go see Isaiah.
Dante Hamilton is his name. And
he was wearing his turnouts and he was all proud.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe, I don't know if that's him.
Yeah.
That's great. I mean, isn't that a connection?
That's great. That's great. That's fantastic. Yeah. And, you know, it's a rewarding career. Yeah. So that'll be good for the young man.
Like I said, we've gotten the great connection of people here, folks. And, you know, this Las Vegas community has been growing, you know, in leaps and bounds of some fantastic people flying drones.
It's Bob. It's a great group. We've grown a family here, actually, and we're very. We actually cherish what we have out here. We were worried, you know. We retired. We came from the East Coast, and you know, we were worried that we wouldn't have any friends out here. You know, it's tough when you, especially, you know, that's a big move we made, right? And planning on retirement out here, you know, one of those things we were worried about was friendships, and that just came fast. And you're talking about fast friends, and it's so true. Such good people we've come in contact with. Great people helping this drone community grow here. And it's a civic-minded drone community, which is great. And so, you know, so warm and welcoming of people. And that's a great thing. Listen, folks, if you're traveling to this area and you're considering whether you want to bring a drone with you, absolutely make sure you do. Because all you got to do is reach out on any of our local groups and somebody will hook up with you and show you some great places to fly out here. That's what the community is out here. Okay. People always looking to help out each other and find great places to fly, and the camaraderie that grows out of that is really great. And then Bob, working together to franchise that, so to speak, into the annual meetup, right? And then the annual meetup also helps us be good civic-minded community members by reaching out and providing STEM educational support to our local communities here, getting together and teaching kids and you know, getting them exposed to this technology, and then doing other stuff behind the scenes, being judges and referees for various drone events, aerial robotics events, right? So, you know, that's the great thing about being out here.
Neither one of us made the Mesquite trip here this past weekend.
No,
right?
I was in, I figured I'd go RVing in the snow this time, much to the chagrin of my wife, okay, which has now made me swear that any northerly ventures with our RV would not involve the white stuff. Okay. So, you know, no, there was an event this past weekend up in Mesquite. It was, I had attended that event in previous years as a judge, which is very satisfying because it's a kid, it's kids and only kids. And then I got certified as a head referee. And I had officiated in hockey as well, you know, getting a USA certification as a head referee. But dealing with the aerial robotics, you know, as a referee, you have to deal with the parents and the coaches. You got to keep them at bay. They're the ones who get in trouble for any kind of interference it's all about the kids and the kids working together. And
Yeah.
it's great to see them and the way they've embraced the technology, kind of leaving us in the dust, right? I mean, you know.
They should. Believe
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
They should. You know,
but a great group of people that are just, what I have to say is they're a group of ambassadors, really.
Yeah.
In so many different settings. And, you know, that's the other gratifying thing. You hear about other people from other people, which is a lot of fun. You know, hey, have you flown with this one, or have you hung out with that one? So pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, cool. So this is on my screen here. So tell us about this.
Rhyolite is a great spot. Basically, we'll just turn that volume down just a little.
I get it. I'm getting it.
Yeah. So headed about 2 hours north of Vegas is a town called Beatty. And Beatty is right now, I think the wild burro outnumber the population in Beatty, but it is a spot. It's known as the doorstep to Death Valley. And just a couple miles outside of town is a ghost town called Rhyolite. Now, this town had over, I believe, 22,000 residents at its height back in 1907, 1908. And it was because of the gold that's found in these mountains. In fact, there's still gold in these mountains. They're now calculating it could be probably $30-40 million worth at a very conservative level that there's a company still extracting here. But this town flourished between 1907 and 1910. And that's the passenger terminal. That train would go to Las Vegas. You have the bank building, the jailhouse, and the school still have remnants. And then there's actually also a house built out of glass beer bottles. Miners were very, very inventive and resourceful. And someone made a house out of beer bottles, which was actually pretty insulated, both for the extreme heat and the cold that you can experience here. And this is adjacent to Death Valley. Great place to fly. Remember, once you enter Death Valley, you can't fly there. That's a national park. Very interesting spot.
There's a lot external of Death Valley that is extremely interesting to fly. I will say that.
So many spots. And I would say right about now, for the next couple of weeks, it would be great to venture back up there because the wildflowers are starting to bloom. We're having some crazy weather where we've had a heat spell around 80 degrees daily. Now we're getting back to what should be our regular, which is the high 60s, low 70s.
Yes.
Which can't complain about, especially when the East Coast has been brutalized recently.
You know, we have a unique thing going on in our backyard. We have hang on here. We have a grapefruit tree that is blossoming, and there are still grapefruits on it from that we haven't taken down yet.
The previous harvest.
Grapefruits are still on the tree.
I have a cherry blossom tree that thinks it's time to bloom. Okay. It's just about a month and a half early. That's all.
Yeah. Kind of crazy.
Yeah. But we're real fortunate here with the weather. We got, like I said, we went up to Kanab, Utah to go to the Hot Air Balloon Festival up there. And after we were there about a day and a half, the next morning, actually, Friday morning, we woke up to about 14 inches of snow.
Hi.
So that was interesting. And yeah, the wife made me swear off snow camping, she calls it. So,
snow camping.
But luckily, we were there for several more days. And actually, they're not used to that amount of snow. They're used to having a snowfall and then everything being melted by like 10 in the morning. And it stayed cold up there, so the snow remained. They're at just like this in-between altitude, so they don't get that much snow. But you go maybe 20 miles north, and the altitude's now around 7,000 feet, and it's all covered in snow. But just beautiful country. And we went up to Bryce National Park, and I don't have to tell you how gorgeous that is with just amazing.
That's another place that a lot of people are, you know, it is, it's such a wonderful place without the snow, but it has a phenomenal
the contrast.
amount of ski areas that that's just, you know, it's one of the premier ski areas here, you know, you know, and of course, you know, a lot of people, our friends on the East Coast, don't understand. We have a lot of beautiful ski resorts, you know, a couple hours drive from us that do.
Bob, we have Lee Canyon, 40 minutes away.
Oh yeah.
And if you don't remember, the last weekend of snow skiing was the first weekend in June. So
good.
You know,
so Tom, hang on for a second. I gotta mute for a second here. I gotta take a call from the boss.
So you got that on the way, Bob? There we go. So the venue up at Mount Charleston, Mount Charleston is just shy of 12,000 feet. So we get tons of snow up there. And that's good for us because that helps us with our snow melt and helps us with, you know, our water levels. But I've had friends come in September and, you know, it'll be 106 degrees on the strip. And when I pick them up in the morning to say, hey, let's go out adventuring, I always ask them if they have a jacket or a sweater with them. And they look at me like I'm crazy. Like, you know, you've been in the sun way too long. But then we take a 40-minute drive up to Lee Canyon, and it's like 64 degrees. Then they're asking if I have a spare sweater or a jacket to lend them. But that's what's amazing about Southern Nevada. Just the diversity we have in both climate and nature. Okay, so we do have desert, but as you start to gain altitude, you start to go through those various levels where we end up with pinyon pine, you know, just completely covering the landscape, all the way down to, you know, mid-level where we have Joshua trees, which are pretty unique creations. And you know, we even have cactus, plenty of cactus out here. So it's a wild, and then when the wildflowers kick in, you know, you have complete just areas just blanketed with yellow, purple, blue. It's stunning, really is.
I have one of my friends is she's you know her, Trudy, the girl, she lives right around the block from me. She is getting her car serviced today in order to drive to Death Valley to spend 4 or 5 days there. at the beginning of the week here.
Right.
She's this is an attraction right now here that
Oh yeah, the
Brian.
wildflowers. Yeah,
Oh, it's
just
yeah,
amazing. Yeah,
spectacular. So I just
and
got
then
to
yeah,
that.
that's what's great. Also, is we have plenty of places within a short drive. But short drives really don't seem to matter out here because when you get on the road, okay, it's just such a scenic vista that
Yeah.
a 2, 3, 4 hour drive means nothing out here. It's just
Oh no.
a pleasure cruise.
Oh yeah, and if you can pull over every, 45 minutes, that we got to put the drone up here. Oh wait, we got to
Yeah.
put
Oh
the
yeah.
drone up
Yeah.
here. Oh wait, we got to
Yeah.
put I mean it. Even if you just are going up and shooting a panorama, or a 360, or
Yep.
something like that, I mean it is
So
just
much to take in.
unbelievable.
Yeah, and remembering to stop every 45 minutes to an hour is very important to an old fart.
Yes, it
Okay,
is, because
you
we
know,
have to urinate.
got to take those breaks, man.
Yeah.
Got to take
Yes,
those
that's
breaks.
right. That's right. So listen, I just finally got to get the chat room up here, and I'm fascinated how many people we got. First John Flynn's out there. He's in Kalamazoo, and I know that they're on the other end of weather spectrum from us.
Just a
And
bit. Yeah.
and John Gregory is CT Pirate, is also out there. And you know what? I'm just noticing you are not a moderator here, and I'm doing that for you right now. So I'm sorry about that. And some of our other Alan Drone Views is Alan's in Dublin. And Alan, I have a request I'll make on the air here and on the show. There's a phenomenal drone pilot. She is a certified Adobe trainer for multi corporations. She's here every year at Nevada at the National Broadcasters Show. She is one of the highest regarded drone pilots and celebrities in the drone world. Louisa Winters, who is just one of the most wonderful people. She has clearance to fly in Washington, D.C. for the federal government. She's that level of drone pilot. She's coming to Dublin and would like to have a personal person to help her find the right spots, the most effective spots. And I want to connect Alan and Louisa together. Okay. So, Alan, if you're out there, that's who I'm talking about. And Louisa, if you're on, I haven't seen if you're there. I want you and Alan to get together here. She is a remarkable person. And Tom, Louisa is coming on the cruise with us in the fall. So
Very
I'm
nice.
excited. She just signed up.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. Yeah. And Hawaii Girl Adventures is out there. Brad B-Rad is in the audience. Jaybird, Jim's Dronings. Jim, I'm sorry it's taken so long to say hello out there. Phantom Flight, who is that? Are those guys?
Herman.
Herman's out there. Waypoint New England, Brian, I appreciate you all. Of course, Mike Wright, who was on the trip to Rhyolite. Mike, boy, that all rhymes, huh? Mike Wright on the trip to Rhyolite. That, yeah. Steve Janess, of course. Steve, gonna miss you the most here this coming April here. and boy, I'll tell you, I'm just so glad to see all of you guys out there. Good evening. Oh, Phil sure is out there.
Phil,
New Hampshire. Oh,
John Gregory. Yeah.
yep.
You mentioned CT Pirates.
Got together with Lovina and took Lovina out flying in the snow in New Hampshire. I was thrilled to hear about this, our great interconnections here happening.
Lovina is our Hawaiian Girl Adventures. She's a rock star here in Las Vegas.
Oh, yes. Yes. Part of this drone community I've been trying to tell everybody about, that's creating just wonderful stuff going on here in Las Vegas. I mean, it is amazing. I'm thrilled to I encourage everyone to come on out and see what this is about. If you're out there, I know a lot of people have said, "Oh, we've got to make the Vegas Drone Meetup this next year," But I have to tell you, the few of you that have made it, you've seen just what a spectacular situation we have here in Las Vegas. That's great.
Yeah, we do.
That's great.
We're very fortunate.
Oh, yeah.
Fortunate.
Yeah.
Lovina's working her way across the country. I know. She's working her way across the country.
Ice climbing in New Hampshire. We do have a diverse group of people. That is wonderful. Oh, I see Phil, DD Fellows. Phil is out there. He's in the chat too. Phil, I'm just seeing some of the fantastic stuff you're doing too. We've just got some great drone people here. I was.
Well, we have a pretty phenomenal committee, Bob.
Oh God, yes.
That helps us put things together.
Committee is the right word, but we need to.
No, it's an extended family. It really is.
It's a family out there.
It's well, you got to be careful saying the family, in quotation marks, especially in Vegas. Okay, so But Bob is already putting on the schedule for Thursday the 12th at 10 a.m. He's sending out the StreamYard committee meeting link that we get together and argue over all the great things we're going to do in the next meetup. The only complaint I have is it's an extremely ambitious group. Okay. So I have to try, along with Bob, as old farts here, to maintain a level of energy to keep up with most of them. So we're extremely fortunate. We got a great group of committee members. We got a great group of volunteers and a phenomenal group of sponsors. And then what tops it all off is just the fantastic people that wind up showing up. Okay. And we hear nothing but good things from them, which makes it very satisfying for us. And then we get to turn it around with the kids. So, we try to do the full circle thing. And we've been so fortunate. It's gotten better every year. So we're very fortunate, and we're very thankful and appreciative of everybody who's made it that.
This dry lake bed, your most recent video queued up here.
That was neat.
Okay.
Go for it.
All right, hang on. I'm queuing it up here. I'm waiting for the advertisement to end. Amazing. They get advertisements in all of our videos, and we have to carry those along.
Yep. It's everybody's got to make a buck somewhere.
Yeah.
I was fortunate to be out there with Corey McAndrews and his kids flying. So it was a good time.
Oh, that's great. Here we go. Okay, should I turn it up from the beginning?
Oh, yeah, you should be fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey folks, Tom Dowling, LensCaptureOnline. I'm out here in the LensCaptureOnline Proving Grounds, aka Gene Dry Lake Bed. I'm out here with a friend Corey and his kids. We're out here flying our various drones. Well, guys, one of the things that's been pretty interesting this morning is the fact that we have ultralight airplanes also flying on the lake bed today. So pretty interesting to have to deal with that and making sure we keep eyes on them because they don't have eyes on us. So our job is always to avoid manned aircraft. So we're staying pretty close to our little camp over here that we have set up, and we're making sure that we don't get in their way. But not something we normally see out here on the dry lake bed, especially with the number of motorbikes, ATVs, and off-road vehicles that frequent this area. A lot of RVs out here as well. So having ultralights coming from touch and go landings can be a bit on the risky side. I hope they are a little more cautious about flying out here because it can get rather busy on this lake bed, especially with the weather being so beautiful. So something you got to watch out for wherever you're flying. You never know what you're going to encounter. This was a pretty unique one today.
Mostly Avata 2.
No, actually, combination right there, that would be Avata 2. Excuse me. Then, of course, the Mavic 4 Pro. And all my talking head is with the Neo 2.
There's our
If you enjoy responsible aerial filmmaking, desert landscapes, and cinematic drone footage, consider subscribing and sharing your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks again for watching.
Pretty cool spot to fly in.
Yeah.
One of my favorites. Thing you got to do is make sure if you do go out there to fly that you have some business cards on you, because the people that are zipping across the desert floor, when they spot a drone, they want to know, can I get that footage? And direct them to your YouTube page. You get some more views that way. It's a great space to fly. And what was pretty unique this time was we had somebody come in with an ultralight. We weren't initially aware of it. It's a pretty big, I mean, we got 10 square miles there to work with, which is nice. And, but the ultralight, any touch and go landings there's something going across the desert at all times out there. It's such a great spot. People zip across. And occasionally you'll see the rental car out there also. Somebody who wants to go across the dry lake bed in a rental car. It's not too bad in most spots, but you do have to be careful.
Yeah.
But again, we get together out there sometimes, right, Bob? That's a fun spot.
I love going out there. I want to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm. I'm finally. I'm kind of healed here. I have most of my movement back in this hand. This hand, they rerouted nerves from my elbow. They went in here and went in here and straightened my nerves back out to my hand. And it's coming back. It's mostly back. So I'm ready to go drone flying more and more.
That's good. That's good. I know.
Yeah.
I jones for it too.
Yes.
I'm doing some, the recreational stuff I just love, and the travel stuff I love. It does get us out on adventures, with the RV. They work very well together. I'll say so. It gets us out there. We have a base camp to work with. The wife has her little 5-star hotel suite. Okay, so I don't get any complaints on that side of the fence. That we enjoy, and we're also doing commercial work together, Roz and I, and she's my visual observer, and we pick up some commercial jobs along the way, which is a lot of fun. We recently
I understand some of those were recently on the Las Vegas Boulevard here.
And that's
I think. And there's
a lot of coordination required.
Yes. I'm seeing more and more requests for drone pilots that can fly in that airspace, and that's
correct. Well, again, it is a lot of coordination required. There's so much work that goes into it. We recently were fortunate to work a job on the Strip. There was a media blitz by TikTok. They took over all the electronic marquees along the Las Vegas Boulevard for one whole hour. And so we were charged. We were Team 6, Roz and I. And then we had Team 7, which was Bob and Brent. They were taking off from our same location. We were in a sequestered area on the Caesar Resort property.
Yeah.
And we also had a security manager with us from Caesars. So all the locations in which the team shot from various resorts had liaisons from the individual resorts from their security departments. We were whitelisted with Las Vegas Metro. We were whitelisted with Reed and their tower. And of course, we had COAs and waivers in place. And all that documentation was distributed in, we had, like I said, 7 teams, so 7 binders with everything, our own credentials, all the serial numbers on all the drones being used, your Part 107, your recurrent certification, your driver's license, all that made available. And then I would say within about 2 or 3 minutes of me turning on my controller and linking to my drone, we were visited by a Las Vegas Metro patrol unit who got out of the car very nicely and asked for our credentials. Where my wife, as the BO, handed over the binder. And then we had a quick chat. They did the same with Bob and Brent, thanked us for our cooperation, stayed on site to fill out some paperwork, and then departed. So even with all the pre-work, we still got that visit, right? Of course, the Fusion team with Las Vegas Metro has eyes on the entirety of the Strip. They see everything, and within short order, somebody's getting paid to visit. So you really got to coordinate your efforts there. We had a great time shooting that. I was very fortunate because I was able to get a 3D of the strip from where we were shooting. You know, we had responsibility to shoot a couple of marquees that were in our zone of operation. And we all had radios on us. And it was a production. We got call sheets a day before, you know, whole production. And it's a great experience. Great experience because you're working with a lot of great people. And then afterwards, we had a nice meal, thanks to the production company. So good experience all around. You know, that's a unique environment in which to shoot. You really got to make sure that you're doing it the right way, because, you know, if you're not, you definitely will probably have your equipment confiscated by Metro PD. You'll probably be issued a summons. That summons could actually be more than a violation. It might even be a misdemeanor. You'll probably get cited by the FAA. And the worst thing out of anything is, should there be any incident with Reed International Airport, which is what, a mere couple of blocks away, Bob?
Yes.
You could create a ground stop.
From Caesars to Tropicana to
we're in immediate proximity of Reed, and that's an extremely busy airport. And the worst thing that could possibly happen is you create a ground stop at Reed, and there'll be a bunch of airlines. You can probably expect an airline at each letter of the alphabet to send you some kind of legal brief about their loss of revenue because you stopped traffic at Reed. So you got to make sure you do things the right way. You need insurance. You get, you
your
know,
network
you got to
will
go
be
through.
zip, you know.
And here's the best advice I can give you. Be a subcontractor. That's the best. That's the best advice I can give you. Because
somebody else has the liability.
You show up, they hand you a vest, they hand you a couple of binders, a few radios. Okay, you get your briefing.
But you flew your drone, right?
Yes. Well, because we have to have a certain level of drone to capture it, right? So you're talking about a Mavic 3 Pro and above.
Yeah, Mavic 4s,
usually
they want Inspire 2s and 3s.
And probably and actually I believe I mean my backup is an Air 3S. Okay, so you're still getting that level of quality. Usually you'll get the specs on what you have to, how you have to shoot, whether it's video, whether it's stills. If you're shooting video, you know what your settings should be, like your white balance. The first thing you do is you find your focus item, okay, from your briefing. You focus on that item, then you turn off auto white balance. So now you've already got that locked in. And then they'll give you the specs on whether you're shooting 6K or 4K. You know, normally it's 60 frames, maybe it's 30 frames. It depends on the production company. Okay, and not to exceed a certain ISO level. You know, just the basics, and shooting in D-Log. Or D-Log M, depending on the situation. So, you know, that's...
And you have zero rights to that video?
Oh, yeah, no, you're shooting on their media. Okay? You're shooting on their media. Now, I also had the great experience of shooting for New Year's Eve.
Yes.
So New Year's Eve, it wasn't a single contractor. Like TikTok was a single contractor. TikTok was the contractor, right?
Right.
So their production company ran everything. New Year's Eve was a different situation because we were actually shooting for 3 different entities. We were shooting for Grucci Brothers Fireworks. We were shooting for the Vegas Tourism Board, and a couple of us were shooting for Dick Clark's Rockin' New Year's Eve ABC TV. So with that, I was one of the operators for the ABC TV production. So my controller was tied into a digipack transmission pack.
They take the from the USB
take my OSD.
HDMI.
It's my HDMI out on my Pro, my RC Pro 2. Feeds a clean HDMI, and they take that feed that goes into the digital transmission pack, which also has a screen on it, so you can
it goes through an it's SSDI. They have to convert HDMI to SSDI.
It's a short range transmission back to the SAT truck. The production truck takes all that in and those feeds. There were 3 of us providing that live feed. So that was and of course at that event it rained until 2 minutes after we landed. So but a couple of things to remember. So was I concerned flying a Mavic 4 Pro Creator Combo in the rain, okay, as a subcontractor? Well, I carry insurance. I carry aviation insurance. Had BWI for many years. So
it would have covered the cost of replacement?
It would cover the cost of replacement and any heartache I had, like if I had to rent another drone or something like that, okay, or loss of my revenue for that evening also, if there was a loss of pay or anything. Any liability I had should the drone do damage to something else. So if you're doing it commercially, I'm not a big fan of this rent as you go kind of situation, because you don't always get the coverage you need. If you're doing 1 or 2 jobs a year, maybe, but my coverage covers me when I'm flying out of Gene, when I'm flying on my adventures, when it doesn't matter whether I'm using it recreationally or commercially. But of course, now if you pick up something like State Farm, which a lot of people do, right? They get away with that personal protection policy. That's good if all you're ever doing is flying recreationally. If you're using that drone at all commercially, they're not going to cover you. And then, of course, with a personal protection policy, article policy, you're not getting anything but coverage of that item. So you're not getting any liability. You're not getting any medical. You're not getting anything else you really need when you conduct business. So
you're 1099.
Yeah.
Bud Bieber says in the chat there, you're going to be flying the next Olympics, huh?
Dude, you know what? You look at these guys, and for a second, I envy them. And Bud,
what do you
only
think?
for a second, only for a second, because I'm going to tell you everything, and I've been like a sponge watching all this behind the scenes stuff. You're talking about pulling off 50 missions per session yourself. 50 missions per session, making sure you don't crash into something, that you don't crash into the athlete, okay? And you're talking about a level of stress. That's a young man's game now, Bud. I'm sorry, bro. You know what? Here's what I love about these jobs I'm getting. It's about 2 hours worth of work, okay? It's more than a lunch, and you can't complain, okay? But that had to be a grind, I imagine, for the couple of weeks, and you're flying constantly, okay? 7 days a week you're flying. And it had to be a pretty nice payday. And the skill level was absolutely up there. And you know what? You hear complaints anyway, like, oh, it's distracting. And I'm like, you've never got access to this type of point of view.
Yeah.
Okay. This level of, it was so immersive, right? And I really think now it's a new standard. I really do. And I think we're going to probably see some use at the Summer Olympics. I'm just trying to figure out.
I think it's going to be there permanently,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you know, it's been so much, you know. So
You know what? I think it was back in 2015 where they had actually used a pretty large heavy lift drone, and it almost crashed into that. I think it was a Swedish skier, downhill skier. So if you noticed, these drones that they used were, from everything I read, were custom from 2.5 to 7-inch. Okay.
Yeah, I saw a little semi documentary is on YouTube of it of the crew there, young guys, and you know, very, you know, they practiced and you know, and the liability was they could not be over the athlete, they had to be behind. You know.
Yeah, and you know, the smaller drone also was used when they were in tight because of the lower risk to the athlete, right? And you know, Steven Sutton turned me on. He knows like the couple of the pilots, I believe, that flew. You know. And just the skill level was amazing. Really was. Pretty cool stuff. Like I said, watching those snowboarders or watching the bobsled and, you know, those sledding events was just thinking about the speed going through those tunnels. That was pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah.
So you look at it, and what was the recent? Also, I think the recent record was 24,000 drones in China launched simultaneously. Well, launched from a single computer.
The horse and the polo.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it was. Yeah, but it was it had broken a record.
Oh, it's phenomenal. I've
just
saw
amazing.
That, yeah, that
just amazing.
It's a horse, and it gallops, and it changes color as it gallops,
right?
And then a mallet comes out and hits a polo ball. You know,
right.
We obviously have
and the
video
ball
of
rockets
that.
Across.
Yeah.
Now you know, here's the part. Here's the part I really find amazing. There's a finite amount of battery power, and all the illumination requirements. You got to turn all those drones on within short order of each other.
Oh,
so you're talking about for 20,000 drones, you need hundreds of volunteers turning drones on.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you know, just the logistics of that, right? I mean, that's crazy. That's insane.
They do need a way to remote power on. Wouldn't that be? There's got to be some way of.
Anything you have on a drone is, you know, is going to be a parasitic load, right? So now you have to have this parasitic load on all those drones, and then have that available so that when you do send out the signal to power on completely, that they're all awake. Yeah. I mean, a cold start. I still think this is the cold start right here.
The analog switch.
The analog switch. But just the coordination of that there's got to be AI being used behind the scenes on the programming side, and writing the right prompts to get the programming, and then troubleshooting that programming in a simulation environment. Because you can't, the first time you run, it can't be with the drones in the air. There's no way. So they got to be running simulations behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Before they actually apply it, so that just speaks to the amount of labor that's involved in all of that.
Yeah. Barkley, she just got home. Barkley was asking me a question here in the chat. Yes. Audrey was on a mission today. So all good. Good. Yeah, I'm ready to get back into flying, Tom. I need to get out here.
Gotta get out there.
I took everything, all my new ones, the Mini 5 Pro, the controllers, everything's been sat down at I have to take it to my Windows computer, which is normally the only place we write invoices at, is this window computer in QuickBooks. We know how to do that, and accountants know how to tap into your QuickBooks to file your taxes for you. So that's been, but I've got them all up to date, got software updated. I've run them up and down the street in front of me here. I've taken the Mini out for a little jaunts around the neighborhood here. And it is just phenomenal drone to fly. And I'm looking forward to getting out with you to some remote spots every now and then.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that drone in the air.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm looking to see that drone in the air, definitely.
Yeah, I did put the link, the StreamYard link, in the chat, folks. If I think I did. Did I not? Yeah, StreamYard. There's a StreamYard link in the chat. If anybody wants to jump in here for a little bit, I mean, we are probably getting close to the end here. I don't like to, blab on for more than an hour. And I have to tell you, I'm so thrilled to see so many more people coming to our show live here. Bud Bieber just came on. Hey. Oh, what's this, Tom? Bieber just came on. Hey, Bud.
Hey, Bud. Yeah, this is the 3D image, the 360 image, I should say, that I shot when I was doing the commercial job on the Strip.
Uh-huh.
And so somebody was asking me that every time they shoot the 360 pano, they don't seem to get it to render as a 360. And I shoot everything in RAW because I definitely want to do my own merges of the pano.
Yeah.
One thing you got to do is you got to maintain the metadata, okay? Because it's stamped as a 360 image. Now, when you put it together, you basically have to resize it. And the sweet spot for Facebook is going to be 496 by 2180. And if you do that, you're going to render a very nice 360 image.
Wait, say that again. 41 what?
I believe it's 4096 by 2180 is the sweet spot. When you shoot this thing's going to be like 15,000 by, some crazy number, right? So you definitely got to resize it. But it should render without any issue. Again, make sure on export, you always make sure your metadata is exported with the image. And that seems to be the number one mistake people make, is that they export without. Now, me, as a professional photographer, I've always exported with metadata because my contact information's in there, my copyright is embedded in there, and that can help you at a later date. Okay, so I've gotten jobs from metadata. It's just, if somebody wants to use the image and is has a level of integrity, they're going to reach out to you and they'll license the image from you. So that works.
What drone did you take that picture with?
This is a Mavic 4 Pro.
Beautiful shot.
And it's the dynamic range on that drone is freaking
Where
ridiculous.
were you standing?
Directly next to the Caesar sign. So let me see. I'll bring that image back up a sec. I should be able share screen. Yeah, that's probably the easiest. Okay. So I am, if you notice, there's a landing pad and 4 cones down here. Okay. And so Roz and I are right here, and right off screen, just to the south, actually is to the south, would be where Bob Brzezinski and Brett Ratliff are taking off from. So,
and this is
Caesar
Forum parking right there.
This is Caesar Forum valet parking. Yes.
Valet park. Yeah, I know that parking.
So it's it's actually cordoned off. So, and then right next to us, right hanging out over here, is a security manager from Caesar's, who is our escort. So anybody that came up to us, she played interference.
Cool.
Okay.
That's good.
Of course, when the cops came up, she said, "Ixnay, it's the cops." Okay, but yeah, and again, dealing with the officers was, when you have your ducks in a row, it's a very pleasant experience. Okay.
Yeah.
They were very respectful. But I kind of like that that level of security, especially in a tourist location. I mean, the dependency on the state is, partly responsible for this Las Vegas Strip.
Right.
So maintaining security and maintaining a safe environment for all those visitors is really important. And just off screen here, this was a great spot because I got the high roller right here. The sphere is over here. So we had responsibility to shoot from the south looking north at Caesars. Then it links Harrah's. We had also the sphere was in our portfolio to shoot. And then Brett and Bob, their responsibility was to shoot the Caesar sign from the north looking south. And then they were picking up other locations down the strip. And then, of course, there were teams located all the way south by Aria and then further north. And then, again, tied in by radio, we had to shoot just, we had to pan, we had to dolly, we had to jib, we had to, get all those classic shots. But then we also, they had it coordinated where we would all start at our southern border, our southern area of operation. Each of us had our own map to work with. And then they would call out, a countdown, and then we would all travel at a slow rate of speed going north. And then, of course, we would do the same thing going north, headed south, and then they combined all that video in their advertisement of the drone flying all the way south and catching all of those TikTok. It was up on, it played on TikTok for continuously.
Wow. I've only been to Vegas twice, and I stayed at South Point, which I know is nowhere near downtown, but
no, that's where
South Point is a great spot, man. One of our favorite places, bud. We go there that's where we go see our movies. In fact, March 22nd. Yeah, March 22nd it's a Sunday. It's the canine competition, which is free. So we go to that. It's a huge equestrian center they have at South Point.
Yeah.
Bob and I have shot pony polo, indoor pony polo with our drones.
Polo.
With our drones.
Oh,
I did it with a Mini 3 Pro with a cage on it, and Tom shot it with a Nevada.
wow.
Tom was in the middle of the arena. So here's the thing you got to picture, bud. It's an indoor arena.
Right.
So we have a ceiling. Okay.
Right.
Now I got to figure out what the hard deck is I can work with, because you have the ground level, you have the horse, you have the rider on the horse, and then you have the mallet in the rider's hand extended. So, Bob, what did I have? About 5 to 6 feet?
Yeah. Yeah, I had a few feet to fly in.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure that the athletes didn't mistake my drone for the polo ball, okay? Because I don't know how many points that's worth in the game. But we were concerned for the horses, right? We right away we talked to the owner. The horses are provided by this rancher who rents out these horses specifically. They're trained for polo. Because Bob, it was like every 3 minutes.
Yeah,
they're changing out horses.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was. They would change out. It was 9 horses every 3 to 4 minutes, because it was like that, 4 horses on each side and the referee's horse.
And he told us they were very used to hearing drones.
Oh, really?
The sound of the drones. He said every outdoor match they have drones at now. Every outdoor polo match. So the horses don't get you. They didn't react. They're used to hearing the drones.
They couldn't have cared less. And I went over, while they were changing horses. I found that interesting. So I followed the horses out of the arena to the stable area. The horses couldn't care less. They couldn't care less. So that was a great experience, because there were showgirls and Lamborghinis there also, bud. Okay.
It was a horrible thing we had to do, Fly drones.
It was. Showgirls. But South Point's a great spot. We go there often. A lot of fun, and it's on the Las Vegas Strip. Yeah.
Me and Audrey and Michael Wright, we all went to dinner there at the Italian place there, Don, whatever it is. Yeah, we loved it. Yeah, we just went back there again we went there for my birthday. We went to that steakhouse there for my birthday last year.
The prime rib place, prime.
Yeah.
How far from where this picture is? How far is South Point away from?
That would be about 4 miles.
3 or 4 miles.
4 miles. It's 4 miles away. Well, see, this is a mistake people make also, okay? Everything looks so close on the Strip. And the complaint I hear from every visitor is the same. Holy shit, I didn't know how far that was. Because they'll leave one casino and say, hey, I'm at Aria. Oh, let me walk over to Caesars. That's about 1.5 miles easy. Okay?
Yeah.
And 1.5 miles at 75 degrees is just a beautiful walk. 1.5 miles at 105 degrees is usually an emergency medical event. Okay? So
it would be for me, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You didn't see my commercial roll by. When's the next Vegas meetup?
November 6, 7, and 8 is the date.
The dates this year.
Yeah, 6.
Yep. 6, 7, and 8. It's that first first full weekend in November, and it precedes Veterans Day.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to try my best.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to figure out that routing you have to abide by there. It's religious, right? It's a religious thing, so you gotta find the right route here. Okay, according to the prophecy, or
no, it's called neuropathy in the feet. I can't fly. I'll have to ride the
You can't fly.
And Tom and Bob are going to have to pick me up at the railroad station.
So, he still has to figure out that route, Bob, because unfortunately, it don't run direct this way. When was the last time you rode? When was the last time you rode Greyhound, bro?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think a bus. You can do a bus. They're working on. I don't know about a train. I don't know if they're.
Come on, Amtrak's got to stop in Vegas.
Huh?
Well, if that were only a true statement, okay. You're not gonna. So, Bud, you're coming from. You'd have to go to where? Chicago, Union Station.
No, I could pick. Well, actually, one of the towns outside of Chicago. I'd pick it up in Plano, Illinois.
Oh, but it's that train basically. It's the West.
Line,
yeah. Which usually is going to San Francisco.
Well, go ahead and Las Vegas.
So
jump the train.
Yeah.
I think you got to ride I think you got to ride a Union Pacific, basically commercial train.
No. Well, here's what I'm going to do.
It's still hot rail. Yeah.
The Union Pacific's bringing out one of their big old steam engines. I'll hire that and have it ride me right down there.
So here's what you got to do. Okay, I got a route for you, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Kingman.
Wait,
okay.
It says from Union Station. Okay.
Right.
But the destination is Kingman, Arizona.
Been there.
Okay. And then from Kingman, that you're taking a bus up.
Yeah.
Okay. From South Strip Transit
Which
Terminal.
is not bad.
It's not a bad drive. That's an hour and a half ride.
Yeah.
It's a couple of hour ride. That's all. Yeah. That's what you're looking at. And the rate is comparable to a budget airline.
Yeah, not bad.
So at least you can get up, walk around, go to dining car, they'll definitely be making stops along the way where you probably get 15 minutes outside,
And the only reason I don't want to fly is, again, with my neuropathy, I mean, like every 20 minutes I got to get up and start walking, and the
I got to be honest with you, Bud. I kind of do the same thing, man. I had open heart surgery back in 2017, and I need to, I wear my support socks, and I have to get up and I probably move about the cabin every 30 minutes or so. I always get an aisle seat. Yeah, dude. I'm religious about that, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So and when I fly, I'm usually flying from here to the East Coast, so that's usually
we've got people
a pretty
in the
long
chat
run.
here now, Bud, that want to fly with you. Okay, Phil D.D. Fellows there. He's ready. He says, please do it.
Yeah, Phil George.
Please do it, Bud.
Yeah.
Phil George wants to do it. Hey, I think it's a great
we
idea.
We have to put Bub on.
Maybe we make this a group journey.
We got to put
Chicago.
We got to put Bud on. Well, you got to, you got your underground touring gig there, Bob. So you got to work out your show dates, and And then, you know, we got to give Bud celebrity status if he makes it out to Vegas. Shit.
Okay.
But I'm playing in guitar in a band on August 1st in Arlington Heights at a place called Hey Nani.
Okay.
It's in Arlington Heights. I'm playing one night only in the Chicago suburb area.
We call that a limited engagement.
Very limited engagement, no residency.
Right,
yeah, we think, you know, I've been working on getting him into the Sphere for one night. The only date they have available right now is in 2196. And I said, you know, I would talk to Bob and see how that goes. Yeah.
I don't know which entity I'm going to be at that point in time, you know.
I knew the Buddhists would say that, by the way. Okay.
Bob, make sure when you get close, make sure you send me a reminder. I'll get up there. I'd love to meet you.
To Arlington? Okay.
Yeah.
It's called Hey Nani's, and it's in Arlington Heights, and I'm playing August 1st.
Neat.
I'm rehearsing right now.
Hey,
I'm
and
playing
by
it
the
every
way,
day.
Tom, that video where you were walking around talking about the ultralights, and that was just a cool area. I mean, God, just so wide open. ATV.
It is, you know, that's what you get mesmerized with out here, is the vastness.
Yeah.
Okay. I remember the first time I took my wife to Jean Dry Lake Bed, and we had a Tacoma pickup truck, and it was you know, TRD off-road edition, nice big tires. And I said to her, you know, I want you to drive, and you know, and I said, head towards those mountains. And about a half an hour later, she said to me, when are we going to reach those mountains? I thought they were like 10 minutes away. And it's truly that vast.
Yeah.
And that's what is so awesome. I call it the lens capture proving grounds, okay? Because I'm out there constantly. And what was great was I shot that with the Neo 2.
Yeah.
Okay. The walk and talk was with the Neo 2. Now, I am going to use the mic minis with that going forward because I don't want to be holding the phone constantly.
Right.
But you know, that handled that well. The Avata was great out there. That's so much fun to fly out there chasing side by sides and you know, motorbikes. And you have to basically have some cards on you, because when these people spy you, you know, flying the drone near them, they want to know where they can see that footage.
Oh yeah.
So they're very friendly. It's a good group of people out there. And the next time I'm out there and we happen to see the ultralight, I'm definitely going to approach the pilot, you know, and talk aviation with the pilot, and then see, you know, hey, why don't we see if we can coordinate some shots? Okay. Yeah. Because under FAA guidelines, we can do certain things. We just have to make sure we coordinate it properly. Remember, an ultralight pilot does not need to be certified by the FAA. Yeah. So, you know, that's a discussion I'd like to.
It's experimental aircraft. You don't need a pilot.
Ultralight. So they're limited to how fast they can go. So there's a big difference between ultralight fixed wing and ultralight rotor. Ultralight rotors, little helicopters, they're a blast because they don't really have a top speed. They're not governed. Like the ultralight aircraft have to be governed, I believe it's 61.5 miles an hour. They can't go faster than that. Okay. But in a helicopter, you can't govern a helicopter.
Right.
Okay, because you need the revolutions per minute to maintain altitude. So yeah, I'm really interested in hopefully talking to them, because you know, that's one thing, especially out there. My big concern was just the cross desert traffic, you know, and this guy is doing touch and goes. So, you know, something like that, I would say, hey, make sure I don't know if he had somebody on the ground with him or not. We didn't get over there in time, but I carry radios. Bob knows that. I always have, I have GMRS radios. I have my license and all, but I always carry radios. So if we have an effort to coordinate something, we can talk to each other on the radios. That works out rather well. But yeah, that's the thing, bud. These spots just like they blow you away, man. Red Rock, just going to Red Rock Canyon.
Yeah. Well,
that is what you want to hit.
Not to interrupt, but your snow shots you just took. I mean, those were fabulous.
Those were, this is the other thing that gets me is living in New York City, just getting out of the metropolitan area took at least 2 hours, okay? Before you could even think about getting anywhere else, right? But here, I can be in 3 different states in that amount of time. Yeah. So, we go up to this place called Grand Plateau up in Kanab, Utah, and that's southern Utah. It's right on the Arizona border, basically. And then you have the Escalante Staircase, which is just magnificent. These ridges that change in color as they get higher and higher. So the off-roading there, just the sights there. One day we drove into Page, Arizona from there. That's where Horseshoe Bend is. Mm-hmm. We pulled into a parking lot overlooking the Colorado River, and of course you got to be very careful with the ravens. They basically are toll collectors in the parking lot. So they are quite large. You don't realize how large of a bird they are because when they're this Hyundai Tucson pulled up next to our truck. Yeah, we're a lifted truck, okay? But the Hyundai Tucson pulled up alongside of us, and the crow was basically looking in the window. Okay, that's how big they are. And then he winds up on my hood and on my mirror, and he's like, hey, what do you got? Something shiny or something for me to eat? And the last thing you ever want to do is feed them, because these freaking birds will follow you home. Okay. And don't piss off these birds because they transfer that information across generations. So don't piss them off either, But we went into Navajo country. I can't show some of the images I took, unfortunately, because I didn't realize we were in Navajo country when I shot those. And actually, you can't fly your drone in Navajo country unless you get permission to fly in Navajo country. So we'll keep those as individual mementos of my trip.
For me, we have the Kendall County Forest Preserve. And they're like, no, you cannot fly your drone there. And I'm like, why? Well, you're going to disturb the wildlife. So I'm like, okay, so the horseback riders that go through there don't disturb the wildlife. I'm going to be at 200, 250 feet. Who am I bothering? And they just ignore me. They're like, no, sorry, you can't.
See, out here we have wilderness areas, okay? Like in Red Rock, they're across the 13 miles. I think there's something like 11 parking stops along the way, right? And you can fly from any of those spots. But there are certain areas, like if I go off-roading and go down some of the canyon areas, there are places I can't fly because they're designated wilderness areas. Okay. But generally I can fly through Red Rock Canyon. If they have, that's the way I would approach them, is go, hey, I understand you don't want drones disturbing wildlife. What specific areas are you talking about?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. And then you can take an educational role with them and say, hey, just want to let you know that while you can prohibit certain activities, but people launching from outside the boundaries can fly over those areas. So maybe you want to educate the public on how to, and manipulate the situation that way to where, hey, I can help you with that, but let's also find that compromise where, hey, certain areas you can fly in,
Right.
It's knee-jerk reaction a lot of times. That's the problem. And you got people like, Ryan LaTourette and Vic, promoting, hey, let's not get too crazy with these regulations. I mean, we can't fly in state parks in Nevada, and that kind of irks me a little bit. But you know what? There's still plenty of, look, this freaking state is like 80-something% public land. Yeah. Okay. So there's still plenty of like striking places you can fly here without flying in the national park or without, like Lake Mead. We can't fly in Lake Mead. Really? It's a national recreational area. We can't fly in Lake Mead, and we can't fly in most locations along the Colorado River. Of course, we can't fly near Hoover Dam because that's critical infrastructure.
Correct.
Unless, of course, you're on a commercial shoot contracted by the Department of Interior or, you're working as a sub for somebody else. But, like, we can't fly there, which, of course, is a pain in the ass. There's some great spots you definitely want to shoot from. But we're lucky we can shoot from Red Rock. That's a national conservation area. When I went up to Bryce Canyon, before you get into Bryce Canyon, you're going through Dixie National Forest. National Forest. You can fly there. Bryce Canyon, can't fly anywhere near there. Okay? So, you have to use those apps that are out there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're not going to know. You're not going to know there's a sewer treatment plant over the next hill, and that's critical infrastructure. So you don't want to do that. And you have to stay educated.
Well,
here we would get shot if we tried to fly, namely Area 51. Okay.
No, you can fly 51. Come on.
Fly it, but I'll agree. You can fly it at least once. Okay. At least once.
Yeah. Hey, Tom. Listen, I got disconnected here somehow. I don't understand why.
Oh,
my Pocket 3 camera died. It ran out of juice. I got because
good thing you have that caricature. Good thing you have that avatar, Bob.
Yes,
otherwise we wouldn't know it was you.
I know. How do you guys think that looks? Did it come out looking like me or not?
Yeah, the avatar is very, very close to the beard is I think Bud's trying to say the beard is too neat.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. My real beard's not that neat.
Yeah.
No.
And Bob, you have to change the avatar. That has to be a red beard right now for March.
Yeah.
Okay. That's got to be the leprechaun look for March.
No, for my leprechaun look.
It should be a green beard.
Yeah, an orange one for the
leprechaun. No.
Listen, guys,
it's got to be a red beard.
I'm going to close this out. Okay.
Sounds good.
Thank you all. Thanks, Bud, for
good
coming
time, everybody.
Listen, this train method sounds pretty good. And if I can take a bus, I might think about this going to Chicago. If I can because I want to carry a couple guitars with me. If I could take a bus,
you get
to Kingman,
you get the Bryan Express. You get the Bryan Express to Kingman.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you need somebody to be your porter to get those guitars on the train. Okay.
That might be a thing here.
Yeah.
Ride the train from Kingman to Chicago.
I think Coach is like $250. Yeah.
How far are you from Prescott, Arizona?
We're about 5 hours.
4 or 5 hours.
5 hours. 5 hours. About 4.5. 4 to Sedona.
Kingman's like 2 hours.
All right.
Yeah, Kingman's an out. Yeah.
I'll get out there. I want to meet all you guys.
We want you to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You make a good weekend of it, man.
Well,
Bob, I'm not going to bring any guitars
with
though.
us on the cruise too. There's still some cabins available for the September.
September cruise. I was just telling them, Alan's. We're getting this all working out. All right, guys, take care.
Okay, all.
Enjoy.
Take care, all.
All right.
Thanks for allowing me in.
Oh, Bud, anytime. I'm glad you're there.
Bob.
All right.
Take care. Take care, all. Everybody in the chat, take it easy, all.
Thank you all.
Safe flying.
Thank everybody, Josh, everybody in the chat.
Yep, I like what Tom said. Safe flying.
Yeah.